Hello, I'm Trevor Bales with Bales Hay Farm and Ranch. This is where I tell you that I think I legally have to tell you that my last name is Bales, and we do bale hay. It's not an infringement on baling or anything. It's just how it worked. Just kidding, I didn't have to tell you that. Anyways, this is our farm, and we bale hay, and then we sell hay. Well, first we bale it, then we store it, then we sell it. I'm sorry, we're gonna get into that here in a little bit. Guess what? We got about 1/10 of an inch of rain 3 days ago. All this hay was rained on just after they swathed it, and now we are stacking it. This brings up the topic of these barns, storage, and inventory. I really don't want to mix this hay with other hay. I want to keep it separate because I want to be able to find it. I want to know exactly where it is because I don't want any problems later on when someone tells me they don't like the color. Meaning a customer, because I'm going to sell this to someone later. This hay, there's nothing wrong with this hay. It got rained on, just barely, 1/10 of an inch. Then the sun came up the next day, dried it out. Then we raked it, and then we baled it. So no mold. Everyone like say it got rained on, is it gonna mold? No, we don't have that problem here because we don't get enough rain. If you notice though, the color is just, there's some yellowness, whiteness to it. It's just not all green like people want. Now in the wintertime, when everyone is low on hay, there won't be any complaints about this hay. It'll still be, people, they'll just say, I want it, I need it, whatever. So right now, when everyone is making hay, that's when I get the complaint because there's green hay everywhere. And then when you bring some in that's got a little yellowness to it, that's when we get an issue. You can kind of see the yellow in it. This stuff, not as much. It's pretty nice, actually. I almost feel bad putting it in this barn. I don't know, you can definitely see a difference in these two stacks. But I would rather be safe than sorry. Still very nice hay. Another thing I'm gonna do, since I've got a little bit of time, there's a lot of space above this row. I think I'm gonna put taller stacks in here to take advantage of my space going up and be able to fit more hay in this barn. Right now, this row has 64s on top of 84s. I think I'm gonna put 92s on top of 64s. Now I'm gonna put the 92s on top because my squeeze doesn't go tall enough to set a 64 on a 92. This can get a little hairy. That's a real tall stack. That's a lot of weight. I don't like doing it, but it saves. If I can put the same or more hay in the same amount of space, that saves me money. I'm all about saving money. We move stacks like this weight all the time, so it's not really any harder on my squeeze. It's not like I'm wearing it out. It's really not that much more weight, but it's enough. But it's just, oh man, it's just way up there, and sometimes bales fall, and I do have a cage on top of my AC unit, but things get broken. So cross your fingers, nothing gets broken. Some of you might have noticed this barn only has 7 stacks across. This is one of our first barns we built before we were what we are now. And we bought this barn, I think it was an old cotton gin, I don't remember for sure, but it only holds 7 stacks wide instead of 8 stacks like these other barns. Plus this barn doesn't have eaves on it. So I'm putting the lower quality hay in this barn because I can't cover the outsides like I can the other barns. All right, let's stack some hay. awesome. The GoPro got too hot and turned itself off. Back in the shade. After putting those 2 tall stacks up there, I don't know. They ran with 50% steam last night, so there's a bit of moisture in this hay. I mean, they're way up there. I don't know how I feel about those tall stacks. Yeah, it saves me some space, but I don't know. They start leaning, and that's a lot of weight leaning one way. Can you see them in there? Just I don't know. I might just stop. Let those 2 be there, and the rest I'll just do normal 64s. So we're going to dinner tonight with some friends. Got to keep the wife. Got to do nice things for your wives. You can't only work 24/7. You've got to be there and do fun stuff too, because it's pretty jerk move to do. Anyways, one of the guys, they're Basque is their heritage, and he's got a family name, Basilio, so he goes by Bass. But I think that name Basilio is awesome. Then it reminds me of that movie Night at the Roxbury, when he's telling the story about seeing Emilio Estevez. He says, Emilio! So I always think, Basilio. Anyways, if you haven't seen A Night at the Roxbury, you're probably very young. You can't rent it, can you? Maybe it's on Prime. I don't know. How would you? Man, you can't go to Blockbuster anymore. Well, Google how to watch A Night at the Roxbury. It's like a SNL movie. Anyways, we'll be back to stack this. Probably not Sunday, like I said. Guys, you gotta spend time with your family, and I do love spending time with my family. Not saying that because I don't, because I do. My little boy is so special. So probably Monday morning I'll come in early and do a little stacking. So let's not say goodbye. Let's say I'll see you later.